Today's lesson, I'm going to show you how to make different types of holes using Fusion, and I'm going to show you how to make a section view on a drawing. So let's get started. You can see that I have Fusion open. I'm going to go up to my Create, and I'm going to select a new component. And we'll select OK. I'm going to come up, and I'm going to create a sketch. I'm going to use my front sketch there. I'm going to make a simple rectangle. I'm going to start at my origin, and I'm going to make my rectangle 6 by 2. I'm going to finish my sketch, and I'm going to extrude my rectangle back 1 inch. And we'll slide it over here so you can see a little bit. I'm going to zoom in. Now, we're going to actually put some holes in, but I don't need to make any more sketches. I'm going to do everything in 3D. So I'm going to go right up here, this little icon called hole. I'm going to select the face that I want to put my hole in. Next, I have to select the edges where I want my hole reference to. So I'm going to select my far edge. We'll make that 0.5. I'm not hitting enter. I'm just typing in the number. And I'll select my front edge, and I'll call that 0.5. Next, I'm going to come over here and look at my hole dialog box. So right now I have just a simple hole. This hole, I want to make threads in there. I want to tap it. So I'm going to select tapped. For the depth of this hole, we are going to make this not all the way through. So I'm going to make this about 1.5 deep. I'm going to close this up so you can kind of see this bottom window. Now, the size of my hole, I want this to be a 1/2 inch. And its designation, it's going to be 12 dash or 1/2. My designation is going to be 1/2 dash 12 UNS. I'm going to make it 1/2 dash 13 UNC. My class, I'm going to make it a 2B. I'm going to select OK. Now, when I zoom in, you can kind of see that it looks like there's threads in here, but all that is just an image that's been pasted in there. What I want to do is I want the real threads. So I'm going to go back down on my history bar down here. I'm going to right click, edit the feature. This time, before I hit OK, I'm going to select modeled. And then I'll select OK. Now, if I come over here, you're going to actually see that there's threads actually technically cut right inside of this piece. And that's what I want to see. I'm going to go back up. I don't have to make a sketch. I'm going to go back up the hole, select my top again. My reference edge, we'll make that 1.5. My front edge, I'll make it 0.5. This time, I'm not going to put a straight hole in. I'm actually going to put a counterbore hole in. And I'm also going to leave it tapped. So now I need to set some dimensions on my counterbore and my hole. So my counterbore hole depth, I'm going to make it go all the way through. So we're going to call it 2 inches. For the size of my counterbore, we're going to make that 0.5. That looked pretty good. I should have left it. And how deep my counterbore is going to go, 0.25. That looks pretty good. I'll come down here to my size of my hole. Now I'm going to make this hole a little bit smaller. So I'm going to make it 0.25. And I'm going to leave these settings as they are. I'm also going to select modeled, shorten this up so I can see, and we'll hit OK. And now you can kind of see if I rotate this around a little bit, you'll be able to see inside there. And you can see that I have threads cut down inside. I'm going to put another hole in. And again, we'll just select the top. I can select my 2 reference edges. So we'll say this is 2.5. And we'll go 0.5 again. So this time I'm just going to put a simple counterbore hole in. I'm not going to tap it. I'm not going to do anything. So we're going to untap it. And let's see the depth of this. Yeah, we'll leave it at 2 inches. The size, we're going to make this a little bit bigger. So I'm going to say 0.625. For the depth, we're going to make that one a little bit bigger so you can kind of see the difference, 0.375. And for the size of my actual hole, we're going to make that 0.375 also. When I'm done, I'll hit OK. And you can kind of see here's my counterbore. It's a little bit bigger than the previous counterbore. Put a couple more holes in. So I'm going to go back to hole, select my top, I select my reference edges. So we'll say 3.5. And the front one, we'll just do 0.5. This time I'm going to put a little different type of hole in. We're going to put a countersink hole in. And we'll tap this one. So my countersink, I'm going to leave it go 2 inches. I'm going to have it go all the way through, just like the 2 previous ones. For the size of my countersink hole, we're going to make that a little bit larger. I want to make it 0.75. We're going to minimize this down a little bit. And for the threads, yeah, I like what I see right here. I like these threads counts. Maybe I'll change this one. Maybe instead of a 3B, I'll put it back to 2B. I'm going to leave it modeled so I can actually see the threads, and we'll select OK. Put 2 more holes in. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to put 1 more hole over here. We're going to go back to our counter bore hole. Need my reference edge. So we're going to say 4.5, and we'll do the front edge again, 0.5. So let's see, this counter bore, we're not going to make it go all the way through. We're going to make it go a little bit shorter. So I'm going to say 1.5. For the counter bore itself, for the diameter of the counter bore, we'll make this like 0.5. For the thread sizes, we're going to make it a little bit smaller so you can see it. So we'll go back to 0.25. We'll leave it at 1420. The thing we're going to do with this one, though, is we're going to change the threads. We're going to put an offset on these threads. We're not going to have them go all the way down. So right here, I got a new dimension. So my hole goes 1.5. I'm going to make these threads go 0.75 down inside. So my threads aren't going to go all the way to the bottom of my hole. They're going to stop a little bit short. I'm going to make sure they're modeled, and we'll just minimize that down. And when I'm done, I'll select OK. And you'll see this once we do our section view. I'm going to make 1 more hole, 1 last hole. So click on the top. I'm going to click that reference edge up there. Now you can click any 2 reference edges. I'm just clicking the same one. And I'm going to pick the front edge again. This one, I'm going to go to a countersink. And we'll slide this around so you can see it a little bit. Now my countersink, let's see, we will make the depth. Yeah, we'll leave it the same as the counter bore. We'll leave it at 1.5. For the countersink size, 0.75, I like that. Well, I think we'll leave that. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to offset these threads. I'm going to offset them a little smaller, 0.5. And my hole size, we're going to come down here. We're going to make it a little bit bigger. We're going to go 0.375. And it's 3/8/16. I like that. And actually, this one we're going to change. We'll make this one 3B. I'm going to make sure that I have my model checked. I'm going to select OK. All right, so there are all my holes, my parts. That's real nice. So now we're actually going to put this block onto a drawing. So the first thing I need to do is save it and make sure I give it a good name, 1.3.2. So I'm going to go over to my design. I'm going to go down to drawing from a design. And I'm going to pick my custom title block. So it's my title block, and I'll hit OK. There's my title block. So I want to put my part in here. Now I want to do a couple things first. Normally you would put the front view in, but for section view, we're not going to put the front view in. We're going to come over here and we are actually going to put the top view in because that's where all my holes are. Next thing is I need to make my scale a little bit bigger. Actually, I want to make it 1:1. So we'll make it 1:1 because I want it quite large. And I'm going to stick it right there. And I'm going to make sure I have my hidden edges on, and we'll hit OK. So there's my block, but I need to see all the stuff that's going inside of this. I want to see what these actually look like. So what we're going to do is we're going to make what they call a section view. We're going to cut this block in half. So I'm going to come up there to this icon right here called section view. I'm going to click on it. So what do I want to make a section view of? Well, this is what I want to make my section view of. So I'm going to click on it once. Now I'm going to move my cursor down to this midpoint right here. I'm not going to click. I'm just going to slide it out, and I can kind of get those little dotted lines. So I'm going to bring this out to about here. I'm going to left click once. I'm going to bring it straight through. I'm going to left click again, and I'm going to move my mouse down here. And now I'm going to right click and hit continue. And I'm going to bring that other view right down in here. And now you can see a section view. I'll slide it up a little bit right now. So now you can see a section view. You can see what's actually inside here. So what the cutting plane is pointing to, it's pointing to that I'm looking at this back part. I'm looking backwards at this part. So I'm looking at the back end of it. You can see my section lines. These are these lines that are at an angle that represents where the material is. And then you can see where my holes are. You can see that I'm cutting right through those holes. Here's my little note. So I'm going to bring that up, and I'm actually going to slide everything over just a little bit because I know that I'm going to be needing more room. I'm going to slide this down a little bit. So now I need to go and start putting dimensions and annotations on. The first thing I want to do for annotating is I want to put a center mark on my holes. So I'm going to come up here to center mark, and I'm going to select the outside edge of all my holes. And this last one I know is going to be small. If I can grab it, there we go. It's in there. It's going to be small. So I'm going to go to center line. I'm going to click on these edges right here for all my parts. So I can click on that one. I'll be able to click on this one, and I'll be able to click on that one. I can't really grab where I have my threads. So this one, because you won't be able to see the line itself, but these other ones I can see it. So I am going to put my center lines in there. When I'm done, I'm going to hit OK, and I can grab these center lines and I can pull them up and down a little bit so you can see them a little bit better. Just grab the little tip arrows, slide them up, tip arrows on this one, pull this one down a little bit, and pull that one up, just so the center lines, you can see them a little bit better. Next thing is I need my overall height, width, and depth. Got to get those in there. So I'm going to go up to dimension tool. Here's my overall width, pop it in there. My overall height can be right here, and I'll put that right on there. I'm going to move this out of the way a little bit. And my overall depth is going to be right up here on this view. I'm going to put it right in there. So now I have my overall height, width, and depth. I need to locate all my holes. So I'm going to locate them left and right. So I'm going to use my dimension tool. I'm going to come from this edge to the center. You always locate a hole to the center. All right. Now, before I go any farther, I'm actually going to click on this one. I'm going to move that dimension out here because I know it's going to be in my way. I'm going to go back up to my dimension tool. Now I'm going to go from center to center. Okay. And I'm going to line these up as best I can. It's jumping down there. I'm going to continue doing my dimensions. Hit OK. Let's see. There we go. Slide that down a little bit. I want to get them all lined up. I don't have to put this last one in because I have my overall. So now I need to start putting in my notes for my holes. So that one, we're going to go up here where it's hole note. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be able to click on the edge of my holes. I'm going to pull up away and just click again. And it's going to put my hole note in. I'm going to continue to put my hole notes in. I'm going to grab the outside of my hole. Okay, we'll move that around a little bit so it's not right on top of the other one. Move my arrow a little bit. Go back to my hole note. I'll plop that one in. I'll be moving some of these around in a second. I'm just going to put them all in to begin with. And we'll slide over so we can see a little bit more. Hole note. And finally, my last hole note. Now I'll go in, I'll kind of start cleaning things up a little bit. So start moving these around. I'll push that one over here. I'll double click that. We can move that one around. I'll click this one. I can move that one up and around. I kind of want to line it up with that. And we'll move this one up and out of the way. I can actually move this over here. Move my arrow. If I zoom in a little bit and click on it, you'll see the little arrow. I can slide it like this. So I have a little bit bigger tail. These two I will actually move a little bit more. Maybe I'll move them down just a little bit. And same with this one. I'll move this one down just a hair. Kind of line up with these. So I have all my hole notes. I have them located left and right. The only thing I have left is I have to locate these holes, what I call is up and down. So I have one more dimension to put in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to locate these holes, and I know they're all 0.5 from this front edge. So from this front edge to that hole, I'm going to put this dimension in, and I'll move things around a second. We'll move this one out, and that's 0.5. I'm going to move this one down. Now, all these holes are 0.5. So what I can do is I can put a little note in. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to put this little note, and I'm going to type in capital TYP period. And what that means is typical. It means if I see this and they all look like they're going to be 0.5, I'm automatically assume that they're 0.5. So I have all my dimensions in, my overalls, and all the holes located up and down, and this would be a completed drawing. I would probably just want to make sure that I come back and I'm going to clean things up again, make sure everything's looking pretty good. You know, I don't want anything on the borders or anywhere else like that. So I'm going to pull everything back and just kind of clean it up. So this is everything that I need to make a section view. When I'm all done and want to submit it, go up to export. Export is a PDF. We'll hit OK. And I always give it a name, 1.3.2 block drawing, and we'll hit save. And lastly, we will save this drawing and we'll call it the same thing. Hope you enjoyed this video.